This is News 8 at Sunrise.
Good morning. The time now is 5 o'clock. Thanks for waking up with us for News 8 at Sunrise on this Friday. We'll get to all those headlines in just a bit. First, let's go straight to meteorologist James Gilbert for a look at the forecast. Did the baby sleep through the night?
He did. It took a little bit for him to fall asleep, but he's definitely snoozing along. And I think a little bit of pitter-patter on the windows can help a little bit, right? The nice light rain showers across the region. Of course, it doesn't feel that great with those temperatures on the cooler side. Snow showers, yes, they are happening to our south. Higher elevations across the western part of the Finger Lakes, Honeoye Lake, even over into Canandaigua Lake, seeing a couple of flakes in there as well. Those continue for the next few hours, but temperatures should get out of the 30s. We should just climb into the lower 40s, so that will convert any of those snow showers over to rain showers. Now, how long do these last? Do they get into the weekend? We'll take a look at that coming up. Leah?
All right, thank you so much. We are following breaking news that happened overnight. Indianapolis police say 8 people have died after a shooting at a FedEx facility. Multiple people were shot there late last night. Some are still being treated for their injuries. Officials say the shooter took his own life. We will continue to follow this mass shooting out of Indianapolis. Police say a school principal in the Hilton School District sexually abused 9 boys, but there could be more victims. The arrest of Kirk Ashton has sparked worry and outrage all across the community. Ashton is accused of sexually abusing students at Northwood Elementary School. Police say the abuse happened over 4 years during school hours and inside the school building. The alleged victims, boys between the ages of 8 and 12.
These courageous little men, in the face of fear and uncertainty, showed their bravery and came forward to tell their story. Those of us in law enforcement are now charged with ensuring justice is served for these children and their families.
Well, these accusations, of course, disturbing to parents and students, but how do we talk to our kids about this? Well, we spoke with local experts about that. Erica Cost joining us with some important advice for parents and guardians. Good morning, Erica.
Good morning, Leo. Well, we spoke to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which certainly plays a role in all this. They help educate, they make referrals for children who experience this kind of abuse. So I spoke to the executive director of the center location in Rochester, Ed Suk, who says if you are a parent out there wondering if this is the opportunity to talk to your child about detecting abuse, now is definitely a great time. He says a good way to ease into it is focusing on safety in general. Start with bike safety, fire safety, and that can help open the door to what's inappropriate and what's not when it comes to contact with other adults. He also mentioned the importance of safe adults in a child's life. Who are the adults they can come to and talk to if something is making them uncomfortable or seems inappropriate? Suk says unwinding a situation in the eyes of a child can be daunting, and that's why clinical intervention is definitely needed.
And oftentimes kids feel some sense of guilt for not talking earlier or not sharing the information earlier, even though as little kids we just cannot expect that they're going to be able to share this information when they're being victimized by an adult. So unwinding all of that in the eyes of a child and in the mind of a child takes time, and it's important that it's guided properly in a clinical setting.
Now, Suk says your child may be just hearing or seeing about this kind of thing for the first time, just walking by the TV or social media. He says that's a way to open a door to have a conversation with them. Maybe they've seen anything, experienced anything, or another child they know has told them something they've experienced as well. For now, live in Greece, Erica Cost, News 8.
All right, important advice there. Erica, thank you so much for that. Well, state police say that the investigation into Ashton began about 3 weeks ago after someone called the state's child abuse hotline. They say the Bavona Child Advocacy Center had just been at Northwood Elementary for educational programming, and that likely played a role in the victims coming forward. Police began looking into the tip immediately, and Ashton was placed on leave. Prosecutors believe there are potentially more victims of abuse that dates back years. Some parents wondering the same thing.
I just can't help but think, like, how did no one know this was happening? I've heard it firsthand from parents saying, that their sons got taken out of class to go read a book to the principal, and they would go in the room and the door was locked and the blinds were closed. Like, isn't that major red flags?
Ashton has pleaded not guilty. He's being held in jail on $500,000 cash bail. His next court appearance is later this month. We will continue to keep you posted on that. Meanwhile, potential victims can call the Bavona Child Advocacy Center. That number is right there on your screen. 585-935-7800. For more on this story as it develops, click on this story at rochesterfirst.com. In other news this morning, one pedestrian was taken to the hospital after being struck by a pickup truck. It happened around midnight on Staco Avenue in Rochester. Police say a 19-year-old female was hit. She was taken to the hospital with what are described as non-life-threatening injuries. The driver, a 61-year-old city resident, was issued citations. Callie Watkins, a former Webster teacher and coach, has officially filed a lawsuit against the town of Webster and the Webster Central School District. Watkins was found not guilty of raping a 14-year-old student last summer. The lawsuit alleges Watkins suffered from false imprisonment, false arrest, slander, wrongful termination, and more because of the accusation. Watkins is suing for $2 million in damages. Batavia police are searching for a missing 14-year-old. Take a look at the picture. Elizabeth Jones. Police say Jones was last seen Wednesday in Batavia wearing a red and black hooded sweatshirt, sweatpants, carrying a blue and black duffel bag. It's believed that she may be in Buffalo or Rochester with a man. If you have information about her, you're asked to please contact the Batavia Police Department. That number 585-345-6350 or the New York State Missing Persons Clearinghouse. 1-800-346-3543. The Little Theater reopened yesterday. It's been closed to the public since March 14th, 2020, marking more than a calendar year since the Little has played indoor movies to the public. At this time, only the Little 2-5 and Cafe building will be open. There will be evening shows on Fridays and Saturdays and matinees on Sundays only.
Great to see the Little Theater back.
Right? A lot of people excited about that. Hey, you know what else we're excited about?
Yeah.
It's Friday.
Yes, Friday.
That's a good thing.
And, you know, only the day makes you feel good. The weather, maybe not so much.
Not so much, unless you want to sleep.
Right,
Good
yeah.
sleeping weather.
There you go. Good sleeping weather. It is a little chilly out there. Winter jacket, Leah, today?
I actually couldn't find it, so I just ran out the door. And
you couldn't find it.
And then Bob said on the way in, you don't have your umbrella. I'm telling James,
oh
never have an umbrella.
Not good. Well, you know, some people like the rain.
You know, when you're a parent, you plan for the kids. You don't plan for yourself.
The smart. There you go. Well, I think the kids are going to need the winter jacket today. It's cold out there on top of the rain, which just makes it that much chillier. We'll take a look at where temperatures head as we get into the weekend and how long this large storm system lasts. Coming up.
All right, also coming up in Health Watch, new information about the dangers for blue-collar workers. We'll explain. Plus some good news when it comes to severe COVID.
You're watching News 8, the team you can trust.